Root beer float faucet. So, last weekend was supposed to be a regular Saturday with my family. You know, the classic dad tries to be Bob the Builder scenario. Our kitchen faucet had been leaking for about a month, and my mom's passive-aggressive comments about the water bill finally got to my dad. He declared, in his most heroic tone, that he'd fix it himself. I was skeptical, but I figured at worst we'd end up with a slightly wetter kitchen, nothing too wild. Things started to get weird when Dad came home from the hardware store with a suspiciously large box labeled multi-beverage dispenser kit. When questioned, he insisted it was the latest in faucet technology. My mom rolled her eyes so hard I thought they'd stick. The installation process involved an alarming amount of clanging, muttered cursing, and at least 3 YouTube tutorials. Eventually, he called us in for the grand unveiling. I approached the sink, cautiously optimistic, and turned on the tap. Instead of water, there was a loud fizzing noise and a stream of brown liquid shot into my hands. "Dad," I said, "why does the kitchen smell like a movie theater?" He beamed and handed me a mug. "Try it." Turns out, he'd somehow managed to connect the faucet to a root beer keg he'd forgotten he bought on sale last summer. Not only that, but the hot water tap was dispensing vanilla ice cream. Our sink had become the world's first root beer float station. Now every time I go to wash my hands, I end up sticky, sugared, and mildly caffeinated. My dad's proud of his innovation, but my mom's still threatening to call a real plumber. Honestly, though, I can't complain. At least now when people ask if our house has hard water, I can say, no, but it does have floats.